Howdy, I'm Ian.
And I'm Chris.
Welcome back to Unfunny.
And this is an uncomfortable shoulder pop. Did you hear that?
I didn't. Do it again.
I can't.
Yeah, but I want you to.
So it's a one time only. I try and do it again.
Take it to the gun show, baby.
Oh. I ripped my arm out of its socket. And it's like, the gun show.
The gun show?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a very powerful person.
Billy Gunn. And the road dog Jesse James. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah. It's the return.
Joey Billiard? You were talking about something about Pinocchio right before we started this?
I was.
You said I was going to be excited, and honestly, that just confuses me.
I know you're going to be excited.
Pinocchio.
It's
I
Pinocchio.
don't know how I could be excited about
Claymation movie.
Claymation Pinocchio.
Uh-huh. Directed by Guillermo del Toro.
So is Wallace and Gromit going to be there? Cheese.
It's supposed to be very good. There's a trailer that came out.
Oh, good.
It looks very good. It definitely looks like it's a bit more grim, than your usual kind of.
It's Guillermo del Toro.
Right, but it's also.
I can't wait to see how he turns the whale into like some kind of messed up monster.
Oh God, dude!
Because he will, right? It's not going to be a normal whale.
Let me allow you to look at this cast here. I don't know if they have full.
Boop.
Oh wait.
Oh, that's.
I done did a fuck up.
Account. Do you have an IMDb account?
I do have an IMDb account. I should actually use the app instead.
I don't think it really matters.
Well, because I'm already signed in there. Pinocchio.
Pinapcho. Do you think Pinocchio's like... So...
Yeah.
Let's say Pinocchio does not become a real boy. And he grows up.
Right.
And he's still a doll, but he's a man. Right?
Doll man. Yeah,
right. Do you think he does weird things with his nose?
Do you think he,
lies on purpose to, make it get really long and then...
Because it's canon that his nose can grow leaves and other kinds of foliage, right?
The fact that you're using the word canon is a little off-putting, but
it
is canon. That
What if he, fucks with gardeners? He just, rests underneath the ground in their backyard, and it's like, oh, what a nice little sapling. Ah! And then he, rises up from the rear, he's and he steals their shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Here's
maybe.
the cat.
Here's the cat.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah, from Stranger Things.
Okay, that would be why I don't know who it is.
And he's in
Kate
Ghostbusters
Blanchett.
Afterlife. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold
on.
Right. Uh-huh. Take your time, right?
Just give me a moment to
soak
take
it in.
Right.
I knew the moment you saw this, I knew the moment I heard Guillermo del Toro and this person's name that you were...
I'm going to go see it.
Right. Oh,
right.
we're yeah.
There's no way around that.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor.
Is who?
As Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah.
I really hope he leans into the Scottish.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Totally.
And even if he doesn't, I really want there to be a meme edit of Jiminy Cricket
Hello
where
there.
they just put the train spotting audio over it. It's fucking shite being
Scottish.
Tilda Swinton. I do recognize that face. Yeah.
A lot of them have not been necessarily assigned roles by IMDb,
voice,
but there's definitely an all-star cast in the works here. You know what I mean?
But actually, the only ones that seem to be named, the first three, Finn Wolfhard, Kate Blanchett, and Ewan McGregor, respectively, Candlewick, Sprezzatura. Who are those two characters?
I'm
drawing a blank.
Granted, I have not read OG Pinocchio story outside of the Disney.
These are explicitly named. Christoph Waltz. Count Volpe. I don't know who Count Volpe. I guess that's the rich guy. I remember there being a rich guy.
I suppose.
Podesta. Ron Perlman as Podesta. I don't know who Podesta is. I don't know these characters, dog.
Oh, okay.
David Bradley as
I didn't even know
Geppetto.
Ron Perlman was going to be in it. Is it going to be Ron the narrator?
Podesta, whatever Podesta is.
Podesta.
I'm not familiar with the original story.
Neither am I. I've yet to
I only know what Disney has shoved down my throat.
And I am assuming that this is going to be taking heavily from that. You know what I mean?
I would hope it's the original story and not Disney.
He tends to, have like his own interpretations of such things. Like
Guillermo del Toro is known for just inserting absolutely bonkers monsters.
Yeah.
Into stories that baseline are not anything more than a simple kid's tale.
I'm also going to assume that there's no blackface in this one.
I mean, I would assume there's
like the Disney one.
Was there blackface in Disney?
Yeah.
I guess it's been a long time. I don't really remember it.
When he turns into the donkey,
hey, also,
there's
is that a dick on the paper?
That is. I drew that on the very first podcast, the one that's lost.
Just now notice? Yeah. Anyway, sorry. What were you saying? About
you just now noticed that? I thought I showed
blackface
you.
in Disney and the evil empire strikes back again.
The evil, yeah. But I'm assuming there's not going to be any this time around.
I would assume as much. Yeah. Maybe like actual black people this time. That would be Pogger.
No.
What?
Because when
well, okay, I should ask. What was the context of?
Yeah. When the kid turns into a donkey, he has like the racist big lips
I thought
and
he
like
just became a donkey.
It's a bit more than just
so
that.
it's a caricature donkey. I see now. I retract my previous statement.
I was about to say, the moment you said that, I was like, no.
Maybe I should familiarize myself with the source material before I make strange claims.
That's fair.
That one's on me.
Wait, now direct your attention.
Other movie trailers though.
Yeah.
The Dungeons and Dragons movie.
I'm hyped.
Chris Pine. Ask me what kind of tree I have.
I'm hyped. Michelle Rodriguez.
Ask me what kind of tree I have.
What kind of tree do you have?
It's Chris Pine.
It's Chris Pine. What else was he in?
Chris Pine, Star Trek.
He was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's
J.J. Abrams' Trek.
J.J. Abrams' Trek. Yeah, exactly.
Only the first one's good.
I don't think I've seen the rest of them. I think I only saw the first one.
I mean, there's only two.
No, there's three.
I thought there was two.
I was under the impression that there was a third one. There was another.
I don't even know.
I think. I don't know. Don't quote me.
I remember the first one being good and kind of refreshing.
Sure.
The second one, there is a scene where Spock is yelling expletives at somebody while he tries to beat them to death. And that is totally his character, isn't it?
Isn't it?
No.
So here's the
Wrong.
thing. Here's the thing, Christian. I never watched Star Trek.
I know. Don't get into it. It will consume your life and make you worse as a person.
I don't think I can get much worse.
And anybody who's a Star Trek fan will know exactly what I'm talking about. And I will hear no guff or feedback from this.
The only Star Trek media that I have consumed in its entirety, and this is
The
we've talked about this before as well.
Galaxy Quest.
Well, okay, is that officially Star Trek?
It is.
Okay, I take that back.
It is expanded universe. Yeah.
I take that back.
That's the Tim Allen one?
That is the Tim Allen one.
Yeah, okay.
And Alan Rickman and other people were also in that film, probably.
Because I know there was another one that's not Galaxy Quest.
The guy who plays Monk was in that movie?
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
Oh, God, what is his name?
Whenever I see his face, I just think Monk.
Because he's the bad guy in the first Spy Kids movie.
He is.
He gets all
deformed.
Yeah. He does.
They use the clay thing on him.
And Alan Cummings there.
No, what was I saying? Right, the movie with the whales. We've talked about this before because some.
Oh
you said that, like
that's the one that just everybody's seen for some reason.
Everybody has seen the Star Trek movie with the whales.
Yo, what's wrong with that
one?
One with the whale? No, I thought it was like 4 or 5.
I thought it was the second one for some reason.
Hold up.
The point is that I've seen the Star Trek movie with the whales. The one with the whales. It's a good movie.
It interpreted whales. It interpreted whales as me saying wheels, but in an accent. Whales.
Okay.
Yeah. But it is Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home.
4. Okay.
Yeah. And it's directed by Leonard Nimoy.
Really?
I had no idea.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool, though.
Neither did I. That's actually really neat.
That's pretty neat. You know?
He was in a video game, you know?
I'm not surprised by that, actually.
It's called Seaman.
I thought it was going to be like a Star Trek project.
No. Seaman was an exclusive for the Sega Dreamcast. And
I knew it was going to be something weird.
Right. And, well, it's even weirder. You've barely scratched the surface here.
Oh God.
Go ahead as I'm explaining this to you. Look up Seaman, like SEA, and then man, one word, on Sega Dreamcast, and it is a video game. It came with a microphone attachment. I believe that top one is the one with the thing.
Caution, Seaman.
Just look at random images from.
Oh
from
God!
such
The
things. Right,
very
right, right.
first thing is just not okay.
That's a Seaman.
Right. You're gonna have to send this to me, and I'll put it in this general area.
This is what a Seaman is, and
I see that.
you can do you see it?
I see the Seaman.
Leonard Nimoy is a narrator in this, and he's just like.
I thought you were gonna say his face was in here somewhere.
No, and that's
That would
not
be
even
better.
Leonard Nimoy there. That talking to you and stuff like that. That's a different voice.
Oh, good.
He like has so many preset things, and it comes with a microphone that you can talk to this Seaman, and it's a day by day thing where you raise it as like your own.
77% of Google users like this video game.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a cult classic, to be honest. There's a famous Angry Video Game Nerd
But
episode.
you continue talking,
Yeah.
and then we'll see what Wikipedia has to say about it.
And yeah, and there's many Japanese Sega kind of things in it. You know what I mean? They fuck each other.
Huh.
But like they have like little proboscis guys.
It's the squeezy thing. Ha!
They have little proboscis things that like connect, and they like do a little sucky. Not good, you know. But
The anniversary's coming up.
oh,
July 29th.
they made a second game for PS2, but it's Japanese only.
I can read that.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Oh! I thought you said it was on the screen there, and that
No,
you could already read. Yeah. I
no.
thought you were just like, yeah, I
I was
can
just
read.
making a joke about. I was just making a joke about how I have a passing.
You can play
knowledge
Seaman
of-
too.
Have a passing knowledge of Kana.
Oh, dude, that means I could play all these like obscure Japanese horror games that I've always wanted to, but I'll just filter it through you.
I would like to not do that. In any case, the Wikipedia take on Seaman. Seaman is a virtual pet video game for
True.
the Sega Dreamcast.
It is.
One of the few Dreamcast games to take advantage of the microphone attachment. The game developed a cult following for its dark humor, bizarre aesthetics, and innovative gameplay. July 29th, 1999.
Definitely innovative.
Single-player video game.
That's
The
Heroes of
designer
Summer.
was Yute Saito.
Interesting.
Jellyvision. Weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, just make sure you send that picture to me. Put it in the Google thing,
I will.
and I'll attach that. Right.
Oh, but here.
Oh, but going back to the D&D thing, actually, the D&D movie with Chris Pine.
Yes.
One thing I really liked watching the trailer, and I said this to you at the time too, like the original. I don't know if it was the original, but like that D&D movie you showed me before.
Oh yeah, the one with Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, Marlon Wayans was the best part of that movie, but
and Jeremy Irons. Can't forget about him.
it's true he was the bad guy.
He was very over the top.
Very over the top.
And I usually don't even say that about over the top performances because like I like when actors are very loud and expressive, but there's really just no place for it. The way that he's doing it, like you know,
But at
like
the
he
same
is
time,
truly over the
it
top.
was great.
It was.
No, but like they sort of touched on it, like.
I also just wanted to say that is the final.
Put that away.
That is the final.
Please put that away. Like, you know, the Marlon Wayans character and the main guy, I don't remember. his name.
Right.
They weren't like heroes per
I don't even
se.
remember his name.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Like character name, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't like heroes per se.
Yeah.
They wound up being heroes, right?
They didn't really go into many dungeons.
Or dragons, but
yeah.
but one thing that I really liked about the trailer, and again, it's just a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
The movie might be terrible.
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
But one thing I really liked was that one of the like big themes that they seem to be going with is the fact that these people are not heroes. Like they explicitly mention the fact that they are thieves.
Yeah.
And they're like just people that sort of wound up in this scenario.
Right.
And I think that's great because that's how almost every D&D party operates.
Yeah.
Like we were playing D&D last night.
True.
And like our party, it was our first excursion, right?
Right.
As
It
a
was
party.
my first ever session.
It's
really.
true.
Yeah.
He missed the first session, unfortunately. So he was added in. we were tasked with clearing out these kobolds.
Yeah.
And he was added in while we were going through the kobold lair, we found this side room. And his character, I think we've mentioned it on this podcast before. His character is an owlin, so a giant owl person.
Right.
So we find him tied to a spit over an open fire.
I am, and I'm chastising them for not using any seasoning on
It's
me.
true. You did go into a whole thing about how they didn't season you properly.
Yeah, it's just like you don't even want to eat me, but like at the very least, cook me properly.
And like the fairy character in our party was just like, for the like, it's terrible that you were almost like cooked alive, but for the record, I'm sure you would have been delicious.
I was like, thanks,
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 mate.
And I do speak with an Australian accent.
Yeah, on a quest for the Vegemite.
The Vegemite.
Where was I going with this? I had a point.
Yeah.
Like my character in this campaign he's not a good guy per se.
No, I got bad vibes from you.
Not bad vibes. He's
Bad
not
vibes.
a bad guy.
You're like an old school pimp.
He wears a suit all the time, and he's like a mafioso type individual, and he's literally only driven by money.
Yeah.
So, but like my point is,
He's not a bad guy though.
We were doing something functionally good.
True. Yeah,
for the area, for the people who live there, because like kobolds are tricky little guys. They tried to eat you,
They tricked
right?
me, yeah.
Like
I was tricked.
we did something positive, but we didn't do it with wholesome intentions.
No.
Like
I don't even know if it was a wholesome way of going about it.
No, it's not particular. There's something that rogues can do, and my character's a rogue. There's something that rogues can do wherein they can. It's called cunning action.
Right.
You can take like one of the movement actions as a bonus action, right? So I can move like normal, like you get movement speed every turn.
Right.
But then I can take a bonus action to dash, and dashing just lets you move your movement speed again.
Yeah.
That usually takes up your action in combat. But if you're a rogue, it doesn't, which is kind of brazy, but I mean, rogue falls off pretty hard, so it's fine.
It's fair.
I'm only going to be powerful at the beginning. But so I doubled my movement.
Right.
But I had Alex. I asked Alex if I could flavor it like I wasn't necessarily sprinting, right?
Right.
Instead, it was like a really fast speed walk. Because I was trying to scare the crap out of this kobold.
You're just like schmooving and grooving,
like it's Glide Step City, baby.
I don't even remember what like you rolled to like see if this would be the truth.
Performance.
Yeah.
He had me roll performance. I was like, "Are you sure it's not like intimidation?" He was like, "Nah, it's performance." He only did that because another thing that rogues have is it's called expertise. Bards can get it too, and I believe sorcerers have some access to it because Oak was talking about that as well.
That's fair.
But I have expertise in intimidation. Basically, just like doubles your proficiency on it. So like I have like a +7 to intimidation, and I only had like a +2 or 3 to performance. So I was like, "Are you sure that it can't be intimidation?" I still rolled like a 24.
Yeah, you got such a good roll and stuff like that. I remember Alex was just like, "You're moonwalking towards me."
You're just vibing.
He is like shitting his fucking pants.
Right. But so I schmoove up to this kobold and I get behind him and I have a butterfly knife and I just like pull it out in a flash. I was like, "Where's all the money?" And the kobold's like,
"Easy."
I'm like, "Where is all the money?" And the kobold like nervously points towards the corner of the room where they keep their loot. I'm like, "Thank you so much." And I just instantly slice his throat. And my favorite part about that, and props to Alex as the DM, is he didn't make me roll anything for that.
Yeah.
Because like, how else is that going to end, right?
Right.
I don't have to roll a hit if I'm standing directly behind this individual and they are scared out of their mind.
First of all, you moonwalked up to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you literally swooshed the poos. Like what more can you do? You know what I mean? Like I don't even know. Like that's like
the butterfly knife led to a fun innovation with my character.
Yes.
Because I realized I have like a lot of weapons in my inventory. But I never described my character having a bag of any kind. So I was like, where would he be keeping these weapons? So just on the spot, I decided that they were all like butterfly knife style weapons.
Yeah, they're all like
compact metal foldable weapons.
And you can just
so like,
because
staff. Of this revelation, I then decided to not use the same weapon twice in a row. I don't know if you even noticed that.
You know, I technically I did notice that, but it never brought up in my head. My brain was never just like
you recognized that was happening, but you weren't like thinking about it.
Yeah. I never considered it a pattern because I don't know if it happened more than 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot, but I attacked 3 or 4 different times, and I used a different weapon each time. And like, it would take an action to fold the weapon back up and put it back into my coat.
Right.
So instead, I just would drop them on the ground every time, because dropping something is a free action.
And you can just pick it up later.
Yeah, and then once the combat was over, I would just pick up my weapons.
Yeah.
Because like, when like we first entered in, you may not have been paying attention because you hadn't shown up yet. You were still in the spit.
I was still, you know,
because I realized I had a
being
short
rotated.
bow in my inventory, and I was like, where the hell am I keeping this?
being roasted for the enjoyment of the cobalt.
So my response to flavoring the short bow was
Little
this compact
flavor.
rectangle that I just like pulled out and like, zzz, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just like pulled like an arrow out of my boot and like snapped it into place.
It's like, here we go.
And I like, took a shot, you know,
Yeah.
hit a kobold, and then just like.
I was like, all right.
And I
Drop this on the
I had
ground.
a boomerang that looked suspiciously similar to a butterfly knife, but you just like snapped it into place, and you.
Oh, that's right. You did have the boomerang. I forgot about that one.
I like crit.
Yeah, you did.
Like, the way we flavored that was the boomerang flew. I threw it like a dagger instead of a boomerang,
Yeah.
and it like stuck in between the eyes,
No.
and then just defying physics flew back into my hand. But then I proceeded to toss it behind me anyway because that's what I was doing.
Right. That's your style.
Like, the boomerang was in my hands.
Uh-huh.
I could have just used it next turn.
No.
But I was like, eh.
And I also love where 2 of our other players were having a conversation about, you know, things to do. You know, what's the course of action, you know, after this little excursion and stuff like that. I'm just eating a slice of pizza, and you pull a corn dog from one of the pockets of your coat, and we're just like,
for some reason, it's become a thing. That's one of my favorite things about D&D in general, is like, you don't plan it all. You don't plan it, most of it.
Yeah.
Right? Things just happen.
Yeah,
that's
they
why
do.
I'm so excited to record one,
For sure.
because I want people to experience the nonsense that happens in our campaigns.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you were able to, because that was your first ever D&D experience.
I'm glad I was able to contribute to
You contributed
the
to
nonsense.
nonsense.
I did.
But like, one of the like bits of nonsensory
Yeah.
that really came up in the first session when you weren't there
Uh-huh.
was that there was just this corn dog stand in the marketplace where we were hanging out,
Right.
and like, the other 2 members of the party would get hung up in something, and I would just wander off and just eat a corn dog.
go
So
back
now
to
it's just
corn
like
dog stand.
canon that, you know,
Be like, hey,
Aladino really likes corn dogs,
Yeah.
right?
They're good. They're pocketable food. You know what I mean?
Right.
As you go, and was that an improv pull from the corn dogs that you had previous to our excursion, or
So I did buy a corn dog at Walmart.
And
It
you
was
bought two?
surprising. Yeah, it was surprisingly girthy. It was only
was
$1.
very girthy,
Only
yeah.
$1.
It's
It
a
didn't
girthy
taste
dog.
good, but it was great.
girthy glizzy?
But no, that's what made it fresh in my mind. I remembered that there was like a gag with corn dogs anyway, and then I had a corn dog beforehand, so I was like, you know what? We're eating corn dogs.
Corn dog. Corn. On a dog.
On a dog.
Ah, woof woof.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Just to make this as out of nowhere as it was when it happened in this podcast. Here I was the other day playing video games in my house. Okay.
Video game.
And my sister comes into my room. Okay, it's towards the nighttime. You know what I mean?
You had a story to do with your sister today.
And I like pull off my headphone. I'm just like, yeah, what you need? And she's just like, hey Chris.
Vsauce.
Do you think in the wintertime the grassy knoll is called the snowy knoll?
No.
And
It's in Texas?
right, but before I got to that logic, I'm just like, you mean the grassy knoll from the fucking JFK assassination?
That class we don't.
I was like, is this the one that we were speaking?
The diner in Clone High. Like,
She was like, yeah, it's
both
that
are
one.
viable, right?
She's like, yeah, it's that one. I'm just like, I'm pretty sure it's just called the grassy knoll, whether there's snow on it or not, because it's like,
There's still grass there.
yeah, but it's like it's like a historic location. You know what I mean? It's not when the Washington Monument gets snow on it. It's like not called the Snowy Monument. It's just the Washington Monument with fucking snow on.
It just happens to be that place has a name that has something vaguely to do with nature.
Right.
I see baseline where the logic is coming from.
Sure.
Because the nature of the place has changed.
Right.
Does that then mean the nomenclature has, but it has not?
It's like, no. I'm afraid not. That is still the grassy knoll.
A side
one, the
note,
only.
it is in Texas, though, so it
Yeah,
covered in
no.
snow is probably not
Super unlikely.
demonstrably likely.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I don't think they've ever gotten snow there.
No, they have. They for sure have.
Huh? Right, but I haven't been there. I haven't seen it happen. I haven't tasted the snow with my eyes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I haven't been like, oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you know when you're just like, oh, and snow happens.
No, I don't recall that ever happening. Also, why would I want that? I hate snow.
Huh?
I hate snow. It's just annoying.
Even as a child?
I mean, I liked snow as a means to an end to not go to school. But
Right.
honestly, even
We
as
all
a
do.
child, I wasn't huge on playing in the snow.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not
That's
big on it.
interesting.
That's not big. And now it's just
As I got
annoying.
older, I was
Now
like,
it's just annoying because I know that it means I have to shovel the driveway,
yeah.
and like it's gonna be a pain in the butt to drive to work.
I live in an apartment. I don't have a
Okay.
driveway. I'll help clear off the car, but that's about it.
Yeah, it just means more work for me
I feel that.
because I'm also not the type to call out because of snow.
Yeah.
Like the store that you work at, when I was working there,
Yeah.
you weren't working there yet. It
No.
happened before you,
Huh.
but there
It
was
pre me.
pre you.
No.
There was a bad snowstorm, and I was supposed to open the department, and I couldn't get out of my drive because they don't plow my neighborhood.
I can't imagine that they would immediately. You know what I mean?
I mean, it usually takes forever for them to plow my neighborhood.
That's fair.
I honestly blame our HOA, but that's another story for another day. But
Get your shit together.
there was no way to get the car out, and the truck wasn't working at the time, like
Yeah.
it does. You know,
Right,
it's
fair.
not infrequent.
Uh-huh.
So I literally
Rather
walked
common
to
occurrence,
work
yeah.
from here. I walked to the store,
Oh, Jesus
and
Christ.
it was still actively snowing. I was like an hour late to work
Uh-huh.
because despite starting early, like I was walking into the wind. I was legit walking.
Well, also you're
through
walking.
a snowstorm.
Like, walking just takes a long time. Like, regardless of how far you
It's
go
true.
or wherever you're
That's-
going. Like,
I mean, that's true.
it is time
They
consuming.
were shocked to even see me. Chef was like, "I need to give you a raise."
Was that old chef?
Old chef,
Yeah,
old
yeah,
chef,
yeah,
cool
yeah.
chef.
Uh-huh, cool.
I shouldn't say. Current chef, you're cool too. but
Yeah. You do things that are neat.
Neat and also cool.
Yes.
However,
There was a chef before you that was considered cooler by his
Me.
peers.
I don't know about everybody else. I feel like a lot of people didn't like him.
Yeah.
He rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. But
He initially rubbed me the wrong way, and then you were like, nah, it's fine. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And then
it's
then
fine
I,
just because I said it was fine.
no, because then I like looked at it in a different light, and then I'm just like, oh, yeah.
See,
okay.
I think the problem is he was coming from a place of like a professional kitchen.
True.
Like he was a proper head chef.
Yeah.
Right? Not in a grocery
Kitchen,
store.
Yeah. Right.
And
He like at a restaurant.
Almost all
restaurant,
of
yeah.
you have no experience with that.
Oh yeah, no. Well, especially with me, like I had never cooked anything before going over to pizza.
And now you still only have cooked pizza.
I've cooked a few other things. I can make some meat and scrambled eggs if you would like.
Good entry level cooking.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make fun of him. Sorry.
No.
But so
I
here's,
know, I'm not trying to
here's
think
the
of
thing
Sam
about
Emerald or
kitchen.
something like
Here's
that,
the
you
thing
know?
about kitchen dynamics, though.
Emerald Lagasse.
And like it was a thing with our favorite supervisor
Yes.
that we had very briefly. Our favorite team leader.
We love you.
We do love you.
Yes.
God rest your soul. Just kidding. You're not dead.
No,
you just
you're
sell
not dead,
wine
yeah.
now, like myself.
Mhm.
In any case, it was a thing with him too. Is like people in a kitchen,
Right.
are not always very nice to each other.
No. It's a service industry.
You're right. Service industry in general is
Yeah.
kind of like that.
Like
But
it is
specifically
literally
though,
cutthroat,
when you
know what I
take
mean?
customers' eyes off a kitchen,
Yeah.
it can get
There's a subculture.
mildly hostile.
There is many subcultures, and
Yeah,
they're all
exactly.
together.
Like I learned how to make sushi
Yeah.
from an elderly, late middle age, angry Korean man who held back absolutely nothing. The verbal abuse was insane.
Yeah.
But I know how to make sushi now,
Right.
Like so.
Right.
And Chef was not dissimilar. He would make fun of you if you messed up.
Right.
And I get that can be hurtful.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
Yeah. 100%.
But for like myself and our team leader who I hadn't worked in it like they did.
Yeah.
But I went to school, so like I had exposure a little bit to the culture.
Oh
as
yeah,
it were.
totally. Like
To us, it was just another day at the office.
yeah. Like I totally understand like the whole like not wanting to get yelled at all the time thing. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
that
I just
sucks.
think people didn't know how to navigate that conversation because it wasn't even that he would yell at us.
Oh no, yeah. Like
He would
that's what I'm
make
saying,
it like
though.
a jab. The trick is to make a jab back.
Yeah.
I think that's why he liked me. Because
Exactly.
he would say something that's blatantly supposed to be derogatory.
Right.
And I would be like, yeah, well, I'm not bald.
I think he took a shine to me because like he would give me a jab and I would be just like I would totally own it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just like that is 100%. Sad beach music, that's my shit. That is my shit.
Yeah, okay, that was a big meme for a while, the
You know
sad
what I mean?
beach music.
I
He would make fun of you endlessly
loved
for
that
that,
shit,
but you
you know what I
leaned
mean?
into it.
I was just like, oh man, yeah. I am sad and I like beach
There was
music.
one time it was the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We were making fun of the cafe manager.
Yeah.
She was doing something stupid. So we were there talking to each other, making fun of her. And she walks up, she's like, what are we talking about? And like, he doesn't say anything at first, and I just look her dead in the eyes, and I'm just like, quantum physics. And she's like, you're standing there, Super Bowl Sunday, talking about quantum physics. And Chef's like, yeah. I dabble in quantum physics.
Yeah.
I've listened to some podcasts. I read a couple books.
Yeah.
And she's just like, looks him dead in the eye. She's just like, I don't believe you. And she looks at me. She's like, I would believe you. I think you know something about quantum physics, probably. But Chef, no. I was like, is that an insult? Is that a compliment? Is that a neutral statement?
Though, like just unequivocally being like, you don't know anything about quantum
You do
physics.
not know anything about quantum physics.
Or looking at you and being like, yeah, I can see it.
I think Chef knew more about quantum physics than myself.
I would wager a bet. Do you know anything about
No.
quantum
I don't know nothing. I got nothing. I'm a relatively intelligent individual. None of that went into quantum physics. I gotta be honest with you. I really do. I don't know why it was the first thing that came to my mind either. As soon as I needed an excuse for something, just quantum physics.
No Edmund Planck in there. No, thank you.
I got nothing.
Yeah. The only thing that I know about quantum physics is that Edmund Planck was like, shit, this is real.
It's real.
I found it.
Israel.
It's real.
Jerusalem. What?
It's real. The Dead Sea. I
think that was my best memory of Chef, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My personal favorite memory is when it was my first time answering the phone in pizza.
And it was just an internal call?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I fucked up.
Oh.
Real
But
bad.
at least it was an internal call.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. But it was
It
Chef.
Chef, right.
So I was just like, this is the pizza department, Wegmans. This is the new employee. I'm Christian. This is Christian speaking. This is the new employee, Wegmans. How can I help you?
How can I help you?
And he laughs so hard. Like, not even over the phone. I can barely hear what's happening over the phone. I hear him from kitchen.
From the kitchen.
Just
He's
hang
over
up.
He's over in the walkway. just
I see him
busting
walk
out
over
laughing.
there, and I put down the phone, and I kind of like move towards like the back. You know what I mean? Like I didn't touch that
I'm
phone.
hiding behind the oven.
And then he's just like, "Who was just on that call?" And I'm just like, "Me." And he's just like, "Son, you got to talk with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
You got to come up with a script." Say that every time, and then just that's it. I'm just like, okay. So now when anybody answers the phone, I'm
I
just
think
like,
the best part about that whole scenario
Uh-huh.
is the fact that it says on the phone, Chef, when he calls.
oh, I didn't even look.
It says executive chef
Yeah.
when he calls.
100%. I didn't even look. didn't even look. I was like, oh, it's a phone
I
call.
always, whenever he was calling the department,
Yeah.
I would pick it up and go, City Morgue, you kill him, we chill him.
I think I remember you saying that.
I said it all the time.
Oh,
and
man.
the best part about
That's
that
like,
is I don't have to say my name. He got it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Uh-huh. It's like, I need you to take care of a problem.
Right. I got a problem.
Mm.
We used to just hang out at the seafood bar and just test the beers.
Yeah.
Because, like, they closed it down with COVID.
They did.
And they tore it all up and made it the bread section.
They closed it down.
They
Yeah,
literally
that's
tore it out. We used to have a bar, and it was great.
Yeah.
Because I used to come up with, not all of them, because obviously Chef did it himself a lot.
No.
But I would help come up with specials,
Yeah.
like making different burgers and whatnot.
You are a chef.
I'm not a chef. I'm
Be
a
cool.
cook. Not
You're
a
a
chef.
cook. Oh,
I
fair
did
enough.
not earn the title chef. Chef did. I did not.
Okay.
But no, but I used to hang out with him
Mhm.
in the kitchen and come up with the different special burgers and all that good stuff. It was
Right.
it was a lot of fun.
I never
But
ate
every
there.
now and then he would be like, you know,
No.
we got this new keg in. Try this beer. I'm like, aren't we on the clock? I'm your boss. Like.
It's like, you gonna try the beer or not? Like,
So yeah,
I'm offering
I
you
occasionally
beer.
enjoyed a small taster glass of beer with Chef at the bar while I was supposed to be making pizzas.
hell yeah. Oh man, it reminds me of the good old days with you know who and pizza. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Our dear friend who we saw Thor Love and Thunder with. You
Love
know?
that guy.
Good
I would
God.
name my kids after that guy.
I would have kids with that guy.
Yeah, if that was
Yeah.
anatomically
Yeah.
possible, that would be pretty pogger.
No, but I love you. Bruh.
Yeah, I didn't talk to him, so I'll probably draw that out.
That's fair.
A little over halfway through.
Yeah.
I'll remember that.
But he used to do he would make the things in the fryer. You know what I mean? Like put the shit
So-
in there. You know?
For context, he was the manager at a Papa John's for like a couple decades.
Yeah.
And
20 years?
something like that.
30?
He used to not 30.
Not 30?
He was,
Okay.
he was in the 20s. Because he used to joke about how he'd been making pizza longer than a lot of us were alive.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I frequently reminded him that he started making pizza the year after I was born, so technically that was not true for me. He was the manager, I guess, for like probably a little over a decade,
Yeah.
something like that. The point is, he was just working part-time. His wife had gotten a promotion or whatever. She was paying for most of the bills and everything. So he was just having fun, kind of.
Right.
And he would just do a lot of the things that he used to do, which is to say that he would make little mini pizzas and like sneak them. Or,
Oh, yeah.
Or he would take some dough and throw it in the fryer.
A little snack in the back.
A little
you know
snack
what I
in the
mean?
back.
Yeah.
Fry an extra mott stick for an order and munch on it real quick.
we would talk about like different kind of sauces and like which one would be better if like you happen to get it all over you for no reason, like, you know what I mean, like just like a bunch of just
He also used to
random
finagle with
shit.
the wing sauces, make some alchemic things.
Oh yeah.
Before he went on break.
Man was a chemistry expert. I
He
trust
was a
him with a
fun guy.
cocktail.
He was a fun guy.
for sure. I love that dude.
He and I have a tradition. Every time we go see a movie, we get a cherry cola.
Yeah. And you get the
I get cookie dough bites as well.
You do.
He
I wear
doesn't
the
have
same
that part
shoes.
of the. He doesn't have that part of the tradition. Just the cherry cola. Be it Pepsi or Coke.
I wear these shoes whenever I go see a movie. They are very comfortable.
Noted.
Not sponsored.
I don't think anybody would have assumed as much.
That's fair. I don't know. I don't like to wear like tight shoes like that necessarily look better than those when I go to the movie and stuff like that. I want to wear shoes that feels like I'm not wearing shoes.
That's kind of what these are.
Yeah, exactly. Because
I'm not going to take my shoe off.
I wanted to like enjoy the experience as much as possible to where like I'm not like necessarily tethered by anything and I could just be in the movie, you know, watching it, you know. But yeah,
Be the film.
be the film. Yeah. That's my inner fucking film nerd bullshit. Fucking, I know. There's somebody out there being like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like, you know what I mean? But that's just what I do. I
Probably
like to
a lot
get
of
into
people
it.
saying
Yeah.
something similar to that right
That's
now.
fair.
But I mean, I get it. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't say I do, or at least I don't actively think about those things. Comfort, I suppose I do, but
Yeah.
not because I want to be the film.
Yeah, well, I like to be the film. You know, that's the meme. But I want to be like, you know, as invested in it as I possibly can. You know what I mean? Absorb all the details. I hate missing things in movies.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Speaking of movies, though,
Film.
San Diego Comic-Con,
San Diego.
they announced that Dungeons & Dragons movie, but there's also many comic book movies announced. We got trailers for a lot of them. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, I haven't watched that trailer yet.
I saw it.
Is it tasteful? That's my question.
I think so.
Like,
some people do not.
is it gonna be?
I think it is a good bridging the gap from.
Do they respect Chadwick?
He's everywhere.
See, that's a good and a bad thing.
Like that's what people are saying though. And stuff like that. I personally think that it's a good, necessarily like, memoriam of his character and stuff like that. But certain people are upset that, they didn't just like recast Black Panther, like as a different like actor. You know what I mean?
Do that though.
True, and that's what I was saying.
Not that the MCU hasn't done that before,
right?
Because they recast the Hulk, but the initial Incredible Hulk film was terrible,
right?
Or did terribly at the. I mean, I don't really remember whether or not I enjoyed it or not.
That one, I think you have like kind of a free pass.
Yeah, because it was not a well performing film.
Black Panther is like one of the best performing films ever.
And they also recasted War Machine, but that's a side character.
True.
Because like all the Iron Man movies were blockbuster hits.
True.
They still got away with a recast because he's not the main character.
No.
How you recast the main character of a modern superhero movie that was wildly successful? Right. It's hard to explain away.
Yeah. Definitely.
But maybe but that's the thing, is maybe it still would have been better.
Well, here's the thing that also I was thinking the reason why I think that this movie is going to be good, even though the trailer might not necessarily be just like 100% what everybody wanted, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. To be, obviously respectful about that kind of stuff, but I believe that there is going to be in this movie a Black Panther successor of sorts.
I mean, it's probably his sister.
Yeah, so somebody, taking over the mantle.
And I don't read a lot of Marvel comics, so I could be very wrong, but it's my understanding that it's sort of her in the comics anyway.
Really?
Yeah, like she already is like the Black Panther at some point.
Interesting.
I mean, again, could be wrong. Don't read a lot of Marvel comics.
Could be alternate universe.
I basically exclusively read Green Lantern related media.
That's very fair. I don't read any comics. I'm illiterate.
I would believe that.
Yeah, I would believe it too if I couldn't read.
Yeah. Was there a trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
Yes.
I don't like that answer.
To call it a trailer would be like calling like... How do I put this lightly?
How do you put this lightly?
I am.
It's an awful good question. You have 15 seconds.
That's about how long the trailer was. You know what I mean? It was in and it was out. It was like, like you saw some things. Sylvester Stallone was just like, oh, it's unfortunate.
You're done.
Huh? Yeah.
Time's up.
Yeah. It was unfortunate, the Yondu's death had to bring us all together, but let's steal some shit. They're like, let's do whatever, and I'm like, okay.
I mean, it is unfortunate because I really liked what they did with Yondu.
Will Poulter is in it?
Who is that?
He's the kid from We're the Millers?
Oh.
I think. He's also the kid from The Revenant.
Wait, you guys are getting paid, kid?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Isn't he also the kid from The Revenant, or am I getting that confused?
I really don't remember the kid from that was not what I was focused on in that movie.
Okay, well, it was the kid who Tom Hardy takes.
Sure.
Not Leo's son who gets killed.
Okay.
Spoilers, by the way.
It's like an actual thing that happened.
True. Yeah, it is. The guy who's in that
was a straight up historical event that you may or may not have heard about in school anyway.
There's film hypotheses about it, but
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what actually happened to that mountain man.
Yeah. Hugh Glass is his name. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Rest in peace. He's dead, and that's not necessarily a shock, considering that he's arguably 200 years old at this point.
Yeah, no, yeah. When Mountain Men were out,
Men
things was a bit ago.
Yeah, true.
That reminds me. I went to summer camp one time as a Boy Scout. I went to the High Adventure program.
Right.
At high adventure programs, you have to be 14, I think, to go to do.
Right,
There's
right,
an
right.
age requirement.
Yeah.
They do a few extra, things targeted more towards older boys.
A few things here and there.
Of course, I guess it's not just boys anymore. Boy Scouts is just scouts,
Yeah.
and they're just people now.
People.
There are female Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Scouts, which is cool.
It's just now just scouts.
It just now dawned on me that it's not actually Boy Scouts. That's the only reason why I'm going off on this mini tangent.
That's fair.
Back to my other tangent, though.
Mini tangent.
It was called Mountain Man.
Mountain Man,
and-
the show.
No, and like they gave you this like burlap shirt to wear. I still have it. It's over there somewhere. I can show you.
Huh. We're next week on the podcast.
No.
Look like Mankind.
No.
You had like a burlap kind of shirt looking dealio, didn't
I
you?
don't remember.
I would wager a guess, but yeah.
I thought Mankind had like a plaid, like sleeveless. Or am I just thinking about?
That's Mick Foley.
That's
I believe.
Mick Foley.
Yeah, like Mankind, when he had like the mask on, but like I do remember like him having like the kind of sleeve cut off, like brown kind of
Okay.
dungeon looking shirt.
I'm just thinking too much about Mick Foley.
That's fair.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Anyways, back to Mountain Man.
Yeah.
But they gave us this shirt that we wore that all weekend, or
Yeah.
not all weekend, all week. We had to
yeah.
like wash it
7 days.
every other day.
Never even left my body.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like plastered
But
on. Yeah.
I was in charge of cooking
You're the
because they would
I'm
give
the
us this.
cook.
They would give us this like basket of ingredients and be like, "Okay, here's your dinner for tonight."
Uh-huh. That's pretty cool. Do
But-
you think that planted the seeds for you wanting to be like?
No, because my mama was
Culinarily
already the troops like go-to cooking merit badge counselor.
Nice.
What planted the seeds for me to do culinary stuff was my sister's bullying me when I was a child. No, that was mostly a joke.
That's fair. This is very funny.
Only mostly, though.
Only mostly.
No, in any case,
Uh-huh.
there was this one night they gave us whole onions.
Whole onions.
Right.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't. But there was a leftover onion. Somebody in my troop was just like, "Hey, Ian, I dare you to eat that onion." And I was like, you want me to cut it up and like fry it and just eat the fried onion? And they were like, no, I mean like eat the onion, just like an apple.
Like an apple, yeah.
And I was like,
Peel back the first layer part, you know what I mean? Just
I was like, okay. So I just took the skin off and ate it. And like everybody was shocked, you know?
yeah.
People were like falling out of their like, well, I was gonna say chairs, but we were sitting on logs.
Yeah. Falling out of the logs.
Falling
yeah.
off their logs, like, what
Oh
the
my
heck,
God.
Ian?
My log,
I'm
I
like,
fell
you
off of
just
it."
told me to eat this onion.
Yeah.
Do not like,
You think I was gonna pussy out on that shit?
right?
What do you take me for?
you take me for a coward? What is this? Folly! Folly is what I say. I actually got the award for Mountain Man of the Week.
For doing that.
Not for doing that, but they
Okay.
said it was because I cooked their food.
Okay.
So they elected me Mountain Man of the Week.
That's sick. You provided them sustenance.
Sustenance!
And you intern rewarded. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
played Black Powder Blackjack.
Excuse me.
So
Sounds like a dangerous game.
we were shooting black powder rifles.
Of course.
And, like,
Of course. Children.
The targets.
Of course.
The targets were scored like usual, and the goal
Like
was
you-
to.
Hit him in the heart. He's dead. You did it.
You know how a target looks.
Killing machine. War machine. Yeah, it looks like a person.
No, it doesn't. It's
Huh?
a circle.
Huh? Oh, it's like a
Like a
archery-
target.
Like an archery target.
It's just a target you shoot at, my guy.
I don't know. I've always shot it. Whenever I shoot guns, I shoot at targets that look like men.
I didn't think you even have ever shot a gun.
I've shot many guns.
That's a surprise.
Yes.
I'm surprised. So, but
surprise.
basically the goal was to
Yeah.
add up to 21,
Uh huh.
and you could bust.
Right.
But no, I won. I won a game of black powder blackjack.
Right.
That was probably the highlight of the trip. Not the onion get up or the Mountain Man of the Week,
Damn.
but the
You want a game of black powder?
black powder blackjack.
I'll put that in the list of obscure games that I've heard in my brain, along with chicken shit bingo. You know what I mean? But
Oh, good.
yeah, you are aware of that, right?
No, but I love the name.
That's a thing in Texas, apparently. I saw it on an episode of like Jesse James like Outlaw Garage or whatever the fuck. Like it was his show after he had like the show of Monster Garage. It was called. I used to watch the shit out of that, by the way. That was my show. Like I had all the little car like figurines and stuff like that. If anybody remembers that show, pop off
I
in the
watched
comments.
Fast and Loud, but I don't remember that one.
Fast and Loud was a little bit later. I definitely still watched it, but it was definitely later and stuff like that.
Anyways, go on.
I should say Monster Garage was around the time of Orange County Choppers, American Chopper, all that jazz. But Outlaw Jesse James Garage was kind of a variety show that he also did car stuff with, but it was also, looking at him as a personality. And he went to this bar, and it's like, whoa, they got chicken shit bingo. And, like, the guy behind the camera was like, what's chicken shit bingo? And he's just like, well, they feed a chicken, the feed, but it's got laxatives in it. And, like, there's a grid on the floor with numbers on it, and you pay to have a number, and if the chicken shits on that fucking number, you win.
I don't think that exists.
It is. It does.
I think that he made that up.
Huh?
I think that he made that up.
Huh? It was like literally filmed. Like it was inside. Like they went into a lot of.
Man, I've been to Texas a few times, and I ain't never seen nothing like that.
You've been in the well-populated parts of Texas.
That's true. I was in Dallas almost exclusively.
I don't think they have chicken shit bingo in Dallas.
I don't know. The Fort Worth Livestock Exchange is one of the largest in the country.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like there's not Hicks, right?
That's fair. But I don't know if you got like the.
I didn't go to all the dives and everything. So,
Yeah.
I suppose I wouldn't have run into that crowd.
But I was like, oh my god. And some guy was like, "Yo, I won! Holy shit!" And then it like zoomed in on the turd that was squarely placed in the fucking coop and shit like that. It's like, "Oh, he's shitting again!
Terrible.
Oh, whoa!" It's
That's
like,
terrible.
It's real bad. Yeah. I don't know if they still do it. Like it's like a cockfighting kind of thing, or like a dog
It
fighting
does
where
sound
they like outlawed it. Or
like mild animal cruelty
definitely.
to like instigate the runs
Instigate poop
for the purpose of a game.
Yeah. And a game for money, that probably makes it worse.
On
doesn't
top
it?
of that, yeah.
It's one thing if you're just bored. It's another thing to be just like
Because then the government's involved because it's non-taxable income.
True. True. Yeah.
And they don't like it when they can't tax you.
They don't like it when they can't take a bit of your money and they're like, "This is mine now," but I took too much, so here you go.
Yeah, that's a good point. What's with tax returns?
I like how tax returns are almost all of your taxes that you've been taking.
No.
It's a large chunk.
No.
It's way larger than I thought it was.
I mean, I'll give you that, but it's not almost all.
Like, it's literally just like, you didn't need to take almost half of this from me. Like, what is wrong with you?
I mean, it is a good point. Like, why aren't you just taking less then?
Yeah, it's just like, I'll take a little extra just in case I need it, but I
mean, I
never
think that's
need
the
it.
whole thing is like, in case they need it, right?
But they never need it.
Not really.
That's the point.
I don't know.
I think they just do it to like give us a little reward after the fact to like make sure that we do our taxes and just like, you did the thing. There you go. We took all this that we didn't need, and you did the thing to get the locked money behind the locked gate behind door number 3.
Another thing is you only get back from your income tax.
Yeah.
So all the sales tax or the little personal property tax, the little BS taxes you do, you don't get that money back. You don't see that again.
That's purely profit for them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Profit's one way to put it. The other way to put it is running the freaking government.
Yeah.
It costs money.
It does.
Taxes are extraordinarily useful.
Very fair.
And then there's other things like,
Yeah.
some localities have a tax on plastic bags.
They do, yeah.
The one we live in just recently instigated that. And
at certain places.
A lot of people,
Best
lot of
Buy doesn't do it.
customers, they're supposed to. It's
there.
a city ordinance.
I'm more.
Like legally, they're supposed to do that.
I'm more.
If they're not doing it, then they're breaking the law.
Oh well.
But customers get so upended by that. They're so like offended.
Yeah.
Like, I have to pay for a plastic bag. It's like, dude, you realize
You have to pay for paper bags.
that, like, no, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, well,
At Wegmans.
at Wegmans you do, but
Or
you can just say it.
yeah.
But, like, at Wegmans you do, but that's just a Wegmans thing.
Uh-huh.
You don't have to pay for paper bags in other places.
Oh, fair enough.
The tax is just on the plastic.
Yeah.
But my only point is, like, a lot of big cities have been doing this for literal years.
Yeah.
The entire state of California does it.
Yeah.
This is not a new concept.
No.
It's you that are the problem. Shut
Yeah.
up. 5 cents for this bag will not bankrupt you.
No.
Also, you can just carry the bottle of wine.
I will say that it's a little annoying.
An inconvenience, but, like,
For
deal
sure.
with it.
But I just go to Walmart or Best Buy, who doesn't do shit.
They're supposed to.
Yeah.
Or just get a reusable grocery bag.
That's true.
Save the freaking turtles, man.
That is literally like
And that's
kind
the
of
whole
the way
point
to
of
get
the
around
tax
this
anyway,
stuff
is
like
to
that,
encourage people to use reusable things and not just, endless amounts of plastic bags.
True. Plastic bags do have their role and purpose in society. I'm
Use
not
them
saying
to pick up poop.
totally get rid of it. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bag full of bags that I take when I walk Winston to clean up his poopy.
It's poopy.
That's correct.
We have them just strewn about our not strewn about, but we have like little posts in my apartment community. You know what I mean, with bags on them.
Oh, doggy cleanup
yeah,
bags?
yeah, and they have little doggy bins that you put it in.
That's useful.
Yeah, except when you walk past them in the morning time after they've been marinating overnight. Those poop particles.
The Shih Tzu was walked this morning, maybe.
Shih Tzu.
That was why I picked that breed.
Truly shit. Yeah.
That was why I picked that breed, baby girl.
But yeah. There was a Shazam trailer I would like to quickly point out. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
neat.
Yeah. The shit for the second movie.
It
didn't look great,
I should watch that. I think I talked about here before how my concerns for Black Adam, because like Black Adam is supposed to be a Shazam villain, sort of an anti-hero sometimes, but mostly a Shazam villain, and the Black Adam trailer contained no trace of Shazam in the slightest.
It also contained
fact,
almost no trace of Black Adam being a villain.
Yeah, I think they're selling the anti-hero thing.
Yeah. Like to use wrestling terms, like you made Dwayne Johnson look like a face.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like 100%.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
I have no reason to not like him.
The thing is like they seem to be introducing a lot of characters from the trailer, from what I saw for Black Adam. I haven't seen the Shazam trailer.
True.
There's just like a lot that hasn't been on the big screen from DC in forever, if not ever. Right. And I'm concerned. I think they're biting off a little too much. I think we're going to get like a repeat of the first Suicide Squad, where people are just going to be bored and not like the film.
Oh, here's the thing.
Maybe Dwayne can carry it.
I don't want to ruin anything from the trailer for you, but I would like to point out that Ben Affleck Batman is still in it.
I'm not upset. I don't know why people hate Ben Affleck Batman.
I'm not necessarily upset at that. I don't hate Ben Affleck Batman. He's definitely the worst.
Well,
but I'm not going
George
to say
Clooney
I
exists.
hate them. Right, but I don't blame George Clooney for that.
You blame Ben Affleck?
I do.
That's a hot take.
Because I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with Zack Snyder's direction. I think that just Ben Affleck's not exactly
drab sometimes.
a crazy charismatic guy in the way of Batman or Bruce Wayne. Like,
Batman
you know what I
is
mean?
not exceptionally charismatic as a character.
Right, but
Bruce Wayne is, but then we have to talk about Robert Pattinson,
right?
Whose Bruce Wayne was atrocious.
Well, because we didn't
atrocious.
it was almost non-existent. You know what I mean? Like,
and when it was existent, it was like, please just be Batman.
Yeah.
This is so dreadful to watch. That was the worst part about that movie for me, was his Bruce Wayne.
Fair.
Maybe it's because I was spoiled by Christian Bale.
Oh, for sure.
Who did both roles really well.
I would say the best all-around, like, perfect package Batman is, like, 100%.
Well, the Dark
like
Knight
Christian
trilogy
Bale.
in general. It's hard to...
Yeah. So here's the thing. I like really, in-depth, detailed, long to a degree, crime dramas and stuff like that have satisfying,
Like the Batman?
points and endings like the Batman.
I'm not saying I didn't enjoy... I really enjoyed the Batman.
And hot take, I believe I've told you this before, you know what I mean? But I'm telling the world at large now, you know what I mean?
Go a little longer than normal, but that's fine.
I do prefer the Batman to the Dark Knight.
Specifically the Dark Knight?
Specifically the Dark Knight.
That surprises me.
Because even though I love the Dark Knight, I love the Batman more in that it is exactly the movie that I like to watch, and it is also Batman.
I mean, and I get that. And I would say I definitely prefer the Batman to The Dark Knight Rises. Even Batman Begins.
Yeah.
But The Dark Knight,
Yeah.
that's a bit of a stretch.
For me personally, that is where I stand on that and stuff like that. I will say that The Dark Knight is perhaps right there, if not like maybe like a centimeter.
It's a close race.
Oh
right?
my god, it is insanely close. Like
Sure.
it's two of the best films that I've seen, let alone comic book or like, Batman oriented. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Adaptation.
super fucking good and shit like that. If you want just best straight up Batman, I'm going with Pattinson. If you want just best straight up Bruce Wayne, I'm going with Michael Keaton. If you want the full package,
Okay.
I'm going with Christian Bale.
I need to rewatch the Michael Keaton one.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember enough about it. I got to be honest with you, I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I had this conversation with my dad and my aunt, and
Mhm.
Michael Keaton was both of theirs favorites. Well, I lied.
It's usually
Michael
the one you
Keaton
grew up
was,
with.
was my aunt's favorite.
Mhm.
My dad's favorite was Adam West, and I was like, "You're goofy, goofy, yeah." You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love Adam West, but like mostly,
I do love Adam West.
mostly
as
as Mayor West. You know what I'm saying?
well. Yeah, totally. Side tangent for like half a second before I like we close this out. You know what I mean? You were aware that like Catwoman in like the '60s Batman show with Adam West, that's Madame Zeroni from Holes.
I was unaware.
Yeah. She used to be like crazy attractive, like, supermodel woman. You know what I mean? She was Catwoman.
So the thing that actually brings up another point
Yeah.
about Catwoman in the most recent film.
Yeah.
Everybody, she did well. She did a good job.
Very good.
So, but here's the thing.
I liked
Everybody was talking about how great it was that, like, oh, it's diverse now. And I'm pretty sure Catwoman's always kind of been diverse.
To a degree, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's not new for that character.
No. I mean,
she's not
necessarily.
She didn't pioneer it.
I think that they're like, and I'm not going to necessarily blame them for this, but I think they're striking the Halle Berry one from the record.
Why?
Why not?
I mean, I guess I don't. Is Halle Berry caught up in controversy that I didn't know about?
The Halle Berry Catwoman movie is one of the worst films ever made.
Oh, okay. So that's just all we're talking about is the film itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad that Halle Berry hasn't done anything to incur the wrath of Twitter.
Not that I know of.
Yeah,
You know what
well,
I mean?
you know,
It
anything can do it these days.
could happen. She even showed up to her own Razzie acceptance speech.
Ah.
Most people don't show up to the Razzie Awards to like whoever big actors who are just
Right.
like, yeah, shit sucked. Haha. She showed up with her Oscar for Monsters Ball that she won the year before.
Okay.
And she was just like, I can still win this, but I'm coming here to be like, I'm not above this. And they were like,
that's
they
good. That's
fucking,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
I fucking.
I wasn't there, but I would have
Yeah.
clapped. Yeah, I know that movie was bad, but
Yeah.
you can't discount the fact that Catwoman was still not betrayed, portrayed.
Given how bad the movie was,
Catwoman
I would say
was-
betrayed. No.
Catwoman was not just some generic white woman.
Right.
I mean, I think people are literally just thinking about the Dark Knight series.
Yeah, and like
Because
she was only
white
in the third
Dark
one.
Knight series.
Well, she was also only in the third
Only
one.
in Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. So like, I don't even know if you could count that even really
I mean,
being
you,
like Catwoman.
you have
Catwoman.
to count it because she's Catwoman.
Yeah, but it's like.
But like that was unusual for Catwoman.
it's also Anne
I think people
Hathaway.
just don't think about that. Is the
Yeah.
fact that Anne Hathaway, a
Yeah.
white woman, was
Uh-huh.
playing Catwoman was actually the outlier.
Yeah,
Like it's not typically that way.
that's fair. Or well, also Michelle
Even
Pfeiffer was
in the
Catwoman.
comic books.
Yeah.
It never really has been. I
No.
mean, there's probably, and people could probably point out me being wrong in numerous ways.
Yeah.
Because it's comics,
Yeah.
right? So the thing with comics is they've got numerous writers writing numerous different plot lines and universes.
Hundreds of universes.
Alternate universes. Yeah. So, yeah, you could probably slap me with a bunch of volumes and volumes worth of whitewashed Catwoman.
Yeah.
You could probably do that.
Yeah.
But the ones that I have seen, the ones that I personally have read and have been exposed to,
Right.
were not necessarily that way.
That's fair.
My personal experience tells me that people making this big deal about her being diversified is, I mean, not to say that I'm not like happy she's diverse,
Yeah.
but like, why is it a big deal?
Yeah. Well, I find that most people that like are making it a big deal are people who aren't happy about it.
Really?
Yeah. 100%. Like the majority of
Not that anybody at all is really talking about it at this point.
Oh no. Like this is definitely
we're
a
just
thing.
talking about the hype around the release of the Batman.
Right. 100%.
Because most of what I saw was talking about how it was a victory for women of color or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. People being mad.
Oh no. Like I definitely knew people like 100%. You know what I mean?
Like knew people personally?
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the Twitter reaction.
Oh yeah. I'm not even like really on Twitter.
I mean, neither am I. But I got Tyler.
But yeah, there was definitely an outcry of, I would say conservatively, 10 to 15 people that I know.
Wow.
That were just like,
well, those people are bozos.
Why? And I'm pretty sure that if and I'm not even necessarily going to like go in too hard on them, but I'm not even sure that they're thrilled that Catwoman is a woman. But I digress.
It's Catwoman.
I'm aware.
Although Catman is already Adam West, actually.
Catmandu.
Adam West is already Catman.
Is a city.
No, it's Kathmandu.
Oh, is it Kathmandu?
It's Kathmandu.
I thought Cat.
No, it's Kathmandu.
Okay.
I mean,
like Catholic? Or...
I mean, if you say it with an Irish accent, it's Kathmandu.
What can that Catman do?
Be Adam West in The Fairly Odd Parents.
True. Very true.
What was I talking about? Right, no, but she did a great job as Catwoman. That was a great rendition of Catwoman.
Very good.
Very happy with that. Very pleased.
I can't wait to see her. She's probably gonna get a solo movie, and I'm
that
excited
would be
for
interesting. That would be good.
Uh-huh.
I think that would be a pleasant change of pace from the weird Birds of Prey thing.
Because she said she was going. Remember at the end of spoilers, to a degree, but like what was it called? Bloodhaven. Like that town and stuff like that. Like I
really don't remember.
Like I know that a friend of ours was very excited about such things when I saw the movie with them. And I know that that's probably like a thing in the comics. Like that's a very good arc necessarily for Catwoman and her character. So good things on the horizon.
Hopefully,
Matt Reeves do not disappoint us.
I'm looking forward to. I mean, I know I was just, smacking on the Black Adam trailer and everything.
Yeah, totally.
I'm looking forward to DC turning it around.
Uh-huh.
I mean, as you know, I've always been a DC fan. I think in the comics, there's a big gap in between Marvel Comics and DC Comics as a whole.
Yeah.
Now, again, you could pull up specific issues and volumes all day, smack me across the face with them and say, look at here, the writing was done so much better. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care.
That's subjective anyway.
Captain America is boring. Stop it.
Yeah.
Get some help.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, my dad's not gonna like that.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I forgot your dad was like a Captain America stan.
Yeah. He likes Cap a lot.
I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, I also hate Superman. Just
say that you're not a fan of Iron Man. Do it.
I don't like Iron Man.
See? Haha.
Even though he's just kind of like frat bro Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. He's Bruce Wayne, but like
the cooler Bruce
dumber.
Wayne. Is he dumber?
Yeah.
The Iron Man suits? They're kind of nuts.
Ian, Bruce Wayne is the greatest detective in the world.
Yes.
Bar none
I'm not
besides
saying
Sherlock
Bruce
Holmes.
Wayne is no. Bruce Wayne is better than Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Let's get that out of the way. He's
so then
the best detective in the world.
He is probably the smartest.
He's extraordinarily intelligent.
Yeah.
But can he miniaturize an arc reactor and put it in his chest?
Does he need to?
He doesn't need to, but could he if he needed to?
Lucius can do it for him.
You want to talk about diversity? Lucius Fox. Well, that was
love
great.
Lucius, yeah.
That was a great casting.
I fucking love Lucius, dude.
That was fantastic.
No one man could have this power. That's why I gave it to you. It's like, oh.
I would trust Morgan Freeman with my life. I almost said Gordon Freeman. Gordon?
You should trust Gordon Freeman with your life. And that's a great segue, ladies and gentlemen.
Just kidding. We're ending the episode. Goodbye.
No. in our gaming escapades, we were going to try like some series where I get him to play games that he has not played before, and I was
We
going to play
mentioned this
games that
previously.
I have not played before. I don't know if we had said the games.
We
yet.
didn't really.
That's fair.
Hypotheses.
I'm going to get him to play Half-Life 1. To start with. You know what I mean?
It's
I've
kind of
got
unavoidable at this point. He purchased it for me, so I can't get out of it.
Exactly.
I think that was his plan, actually.
Haha. That was my last $10 too.
Jesus, man.
Huh? No, it wasn't. I had $15 and I spent 10 of it.
I could have just bought the game.
That's less irresponsible.
Okay, we're not going to argue about this.
You're
right now.
welcome. Anyway, I'm going to be playing Gears of War 1 because I never played any of them besides maybe the third a little bit.
I feel like most people have played the third at least a little bit.
Yeah, because it's Gears of War 3. Like, it's probably the best.
Mechanically, yes. Narratively, no.
I like that answer. I like that answer.
I mean, it behaves.
That's how I think about Silent Hill 3. I'm like, Silent Hill 3 mechanics. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The gameplay. Fuck, I love it. The graphics.
Yeah.
Silent Hill 2's story is the greatest narrative that I've heard told in a video game.
And see, ironically, it's the same numbers because Gears of War 2 is the best.
Yeah.
It's something about 2.
Yeah, and I would say that about Half-Life 2 as well. That's why, so pretty much the order that I was going to have you play it and stuff like that is Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2. Then I was going to have you play through, like... Oh. Thank you.
I split a match in half for some reason.
You did, and it didn't light, which is very good.
Why would it have lit?
Because you broke the head?
But I didn't go across this thing.
True.
Anyways, go on.
And then I was gonna have you play, some of the original Half-Life expansions.
That hurt.
Black Mesa, which is the remake of the first Half-Life game. You know what I mean? Lost Coast. A couple other things. You know what I mean? Just to really get you acquainted with like the wait time in between Half-Life 2 Episode 2 and Half-Life Alyx, and then by that time I should be able to get you to do Half-Life Alyx, the all VR experience.
I've never done anything VR actually.
Yeah. So this may be...
Well, that's not entirely true. I did do a lightsaber simulator at a Dave & Buster's in North Carolina.
Oh, sick. You haven't even played like Super Hot?
No, never played Super Hot.
Really? That actually is very interesting to me. Super Hot's kind of like the oh yeah, I've done that, sure. But yeah. Cool beans. But yeah, that is in the plans for the future. And yeah. Anything else?
I got nothing.
Neither do I. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
You stay classy, San Diego.
And I'm gonna go unpoop my pants. Just
sorry, I think that was me.
suck it right back in. Yeah.